Hi, this is Shay Jackson with Hype Math. In today's 8th grade math test prep lesson, we will be reviewing the STAAR Math Test 2013, questions number 1 to number 4. Let's get started. Our first problem says, the graph below shows the balance remaining on Jason's loan after he makes each payment. Based on this graph, what will be the balance remaining on Jason's loan after he makes the 12th payment? A, $750, B, $150, C, $450, D, $300. What are we looking for? We are looking for the balance remaining on Jason's loan after he makes the 12th payment. What information do I need to solve the problem? Well, we can see that as we're plotting on the graph, the sixth payment, after the sixth payment, Jason owed $1,200. The seventh payment, he owed $150, and for the eighth payment, the remaining balance was $900. So after each payment, Jason's balance decreases by $150. Since we know that, we can plot a graph to show us what balance he will have remaining after the 12th payment, and we've done that in the picture. After the 12th payment, what is our answer choice, correct answer choice for what the balance will be remaining after Jason makes that 12th payment? If you said D, $300, you are correct. And that's just as a little check. If we take the 4 payments, the 8th payment to the 12th payment, because that 8th payment was the last payment that was plotted, and we times that, so 4 payments times 150 is equal to 600. Since we knew that after that 8th payment, Jason only owed $900, we subtract that by 600 and we end up with, or it's equal to $300, okay? So our answer choice is D, $300. For question number 2, the triangle PQR is similar to triangle XYZ. For our top triangle, PQR, and our bottom triangle, which is similar, is XYZ. What is the length of line XZ? F, 11 inches, G, 13.5 inches, H, 9 inches, J, 20.25 inches. What are we looking for? We are looking for the length of line XZ. How or what information do we need to help us find the answer? Okay, so since we know that these are similar triangles, the way that we find the length of XZ, we need to set up a ratio to compare our triangles. And in doing that, what we will do is take one of the sides from the top triangle, for instance QR, and then for the numerator, and then in the denominator we will put YZ. The same thing for the first triangle, or the top triangle PQ, we will set up a ratio, and on the denominator it would be XY. PR would be XZ, okay? Now that we know that information, let's set up how we would solve this and see if there are any answer choices we can cross out. So we are going to use, for our example, PQ over XY. We could have also used QR over YZ because both of those sides have what their length is, and we could have used it and set up a ratio to find that missing length XZ, but we chose PQ over XY for our example, and that's equal to PR over XZ. We know that the length of PQ is 4 inches and the length of XY is 6 inches, and that is equal to PR which is 9 inches, over xz. Well, we don't know that length yet, okay? We want to set it up. 4 times xz is equal to 6 times 9. We cross multiplied in order to find the length of xz. Okay, so now that we know and we've set up our problem, let's see if there are any answer choices we can cross out. A quick little trick is, let's look at 6 times 9. Okay, we know that 6 times 9 is 54. We have our 4 on the left hand side of our equation. We have a 4, but we don't know what the length of xz is. So I'm going to think to myself, 4 times what is equal to 54? And that is how we are going to find the length of xz. So since we know that that's what we're going to do, 4 times what is equal to xz, looking at the answer choices, are there any answer choices you believe you can cross out? If you said F, H, and J, you are correct. Let's take a look at why we were able to cross those out. 4 for F, 11 inches. Well, we know 4 times 11 is equal to 44. Not 54, so wrong answer. H is 9. 9 times 4 is equal to 36. That's wrong. And also for the 20.25, now we may not know 20.25 times 4 is equal to what quickly in our head, but what we can do is take that whole number, which is 20, multiply it by 4. 20 times 4 is equal to 80. Well, that's not 54 as well, and we can cross that out. So our correct answer is G, 13.5 inches. Okay? That was a really good problem. Let's move on to question number 3. A three-dimensional figure made of identical cubes is shown below. Which of these could be the right side view of this figure? What are we looking for? We are looking for the answer choice that could be the right side view of this three-dimensional figure. Okay? What information can help us find the answer? Really just looking at the right side view of the figure. That's the only way we could really figure out what our answer choice, what is the correct answer choice. Are there any answer choices that can be crossed out? Okay, so in order for us to solve this problem of either A, finding the correct answer, or B, crossing out the wrong answers, let's see what we can do. Well, when I look at the figure, the first thing that can kind of help me is to look at the bottom row and count the cubes, okay? Look at the bottom row and count the cubes. That will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we are counting the cubes. That is the first, we are counting the first cube for each row on that bottom row. Okay, again, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So on that bottom row, I should have 6 cubes. Let's look at the second row, okay? And we're counting from right to left. So on the right hand side, on the right view, we're looking, and for that second row, I see that there are 1, 2, 3. Well, that's it. There are only 3 cubes on that row. There are only 3 cubes that are the first cubes for that row. Okay, so on that bottom row again, we have 6 cubes. On that next row we have 3 cubes, okay? And then looking at the second row, the third row, because we did the second row, there were 3 cubes. Looking at that third row, we have 1 cube, and then the fourth is 1 cube as well, and that's that long column you see, okay? So in looking at our answer choices, are there any wrong answers we can cross out? Again, that bottom row, there are six cubes. The next row, there are 3 cubes, and then there's 1 cube for the third row and 1 cube for the fourth row. If you said answer choices B, C, and D can be crossed out, you are correct. Now, for B, the reason that answer choice is wrong is because if you look at the bottom row, they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 cubes on the bottom row for B. Well, that's incorrect. Okay. Then looking at C, well, that really doesn't look anything like our cube. So that one was pretty easy. No, we know that it doesn't look, from the right side view, it doesn't look like what our figure looks like. And then D was a little tricky too, but you have to look at it like when you're looking on the left hand side, they have all of the cubes, but if we're looking at it from left to right, from the left you see 1 cube and then another 1 cube and then another one, because they're kind of matched up together. And then once you keep moving to the right hand side, that is when you see the long column and then the 2 columns of 2 cubes each. Okay, so B, C, and D can be crossed out. So our answer choice is A. Let's move to question number 4. To make 6 glasses of lemonade, Carla uses a cup of 1/2 sugar, a 1/2 cup of lemon juice, and 5½ cups of water. If Carla wants to make 10 glasses of lemonade, which proportion can she use to determine how many cups of water, and our variable is W, she will need? F, 6.5 over 6 is equal to 10 over W. G, 6 over 6.5 is equal to 10 over W. H, 10 over 5.5 is equal to 6 over W. J is equal to 6 over 5.5 is equal to 10 over W. What are we looking for? We are looking for the proportion Carla can use to determine how many cups of water W she will need to make 10 glasses of lemonade. What information can help us find the answer? Okay, so number 1, we know that for 6 glasses of lemonade, Carla uses 5½ cups of water. Okay. Again, for 6 cups of lemonade, Carla uses 5½ cups of water. And then for 10 glasses of lemonade, well, we're looking to see how much water she uses. And this is tricky because we don't need to know about the 1/2 cup of sugar, the 1/2 cup of lemon juice. We don't need to know those things. And that's why it's very important when you first look at a problem to see what you are looking for, because there will be information sometimes in your problem that you aren't going to use, and you don't want it to distract you or throw you off. Are there any answer choices we can cross out? Okay, so let's look. So we said number 1, it's a proportion. So that means for 6 glasses of lemonade and then 5½ cups of water. So we're going to change our fraction to a decimal, which is 5.5. So we are looking for the first proportion to be the glasses of lemonade over the cups of water. And then for our second proportion, it'll be equal to, again, the 10 glasses of lemonade over how much cups of water Carla used. Okay. And knowing that, and in looking at the answer choices, what answer choices do you think we can cross out? or quickly find the right answer. If you said answer choices F, G, and H can be crossed out, you're correct. Okay, so let's take a look at F. So we know that in our proportion, our numerator will be 6 and our denominator will be 5.5 because we are setting up our proportion to have glasses of lemonade over cups of water. Okay, so it should be 6 over 5.5. Well, F has 6.5 over 6. We immediately know that's wrong. G is 6 over 6.5. Well, that one is wrong too, because again, we said it's 6 glasses of lemonade over 5.5 cups of water. And for H, it says 10 over 5.5 is equal to 6 over W. That one is wrong as well. Okay, so our correct answer choice is J. 6 over 5.5 is equal to 10 over W. This has been Shay Jackson with Hype Math. For more 8th grade math test prep videos, go to www.hypemath.com. Hope to see you later.